Hey, Fairy Collective. Welcome into the reading. I'm gonna get straight into it because you are being offered a new beginning here, okay? But your old cycle is asking if you are truly done with it yet. So, yeah, this is like new beginning, new invitations, new inspirations, new opportunities, and a fresh spark is entering your life. And a new version of you is beginning to emerge here. But before this next chapter truly unfolds for you, life is bringing you a final opportunity to gain clarity on some old patterns and cycles, to clear them and to see them clearly, and to clear them. And so you start off with the Ace of Wands, a beautiful symbolic entry, an initiation, invitation into a new beginning. This is life handing you over a new opportunity. This is an invitation without force from the unconscious, from the unseen realms, from the unknown, from the mysterious, from the magical. And this is your like life force, your vitality, your creation, your inner power that you are being reminded of and handed over to give you this fresh new spark of your power, of your creation, of your passion and purpose. This is giving you the momentum, is handing you over and saying, what will you do with it? This isn't necessarily about like a new job, a relationship, or a project. This is like life itself reaching towards you. And like this wand here is sprouting new leaves. Like life is already beginning to sprout and grow from all the hard work that you've put in thus far. And you don't have to convince these sprouts to grow. But life is asking you with this new beginning, where will you take root with this? What are you taking root in? That something new here is choosing you. And you have to stop waiting to be just completely ready. Like, your soul already recognizes the path. And you're being guided and asked to protect the spark, to protect it before you perfect it, to allow this spark to take flame and to allow this wand to take root. Because you have the Wheel of Fortune. You have the Wheel of Fortune, which is reversed. And, as the wheel turns, there's a delay. As the seasons are to change, it is appearing in a way that it's like delays and redirection, breaking the patterns, breaking the cycles. This is like lessons returning and repetition here, repeating things, going through, and then breaking, that pattern, that repetition. Like what keeps repeating because it still has to teach you something. This is about your seasons and your timing, your growth, your patterns. And because it's reversed, this is more of like a repetitive thing. And so there may be things of the familiar coming through. Some old emotions, relationships, people. Some crossroad that you have been to before is appearing. And this is not failure. This is life giving you the opportunity to respond differently with this new beginning, this new spark. And so this is a very airy card too. And this is you, like the Sphinx here on the wheel, is so conscious and so trusting of the process as it turns. Remaining balanced as things are shifting. Because your real wisdom here is not about controlling. You can't control life, right? And so it's about remaining conscious as life shifts around you. We have the snake. Do you see? And so it's also symbolic of you shedding, right? Transforming, shedding old skins, old identities, old beliefs, old versions of yourself. And it's possible that this cycle, this time around, it might not even be a cycle repeating. It could be, you shedding another layer before moving forward in this next phase as you cross the threshold. This is showing that you're ready and you're being given divine timing to choose what is right for you in clarity and discernment. And this cycle will end the moment that you choose differently. Your wisdom will come when you remain awake, conscious, and present in the midst of change rather than escaping it. And I want to point out that, the ace, this is like a one card, right? The ace, the first, it's the one, which is all about new beginnings, new starts. And then you have the wheel, which is a 10, also reduces to 1. And then it goes to 10. So it's confirmation of like new starts, new beginnings, new opportunities, new chances, new ways of choosing, and also a closing out, an ending, a change in decisions and identity and perspective. And then so you go and you have the eights here. You have two eights. You have the 8 of Pentacles, also reversed. And so eights are all about mastery and movement, right? Like, look at you down there. You've been working hard. You've been mastering. You've been getting to it. You've been in the kitchen cooking. You've been in the studio. You've been putting in work in some way, shape, or form. And studio, you could be an artist in some way. Whatever your medium may be, the way that you express in life too. And what you've been building towards that artistry, that mastery. But this is reverse, and so this could be, so essentially this is like you putting in work, right? You putting in your energy. What are you putting your energy into? And is it in alignment here? Right? We have all these pentacles in alignment. And so this is pointing to energetic burnout possibly, or like even misdirecting your energy or your efforts. Perfectionism. Overworking yourself. Yeah, your investments. How are you investing? And what have you been practicing this whole time? And so you're sitting alone patiently, shaping these pentacles. And you're focused, hard, through devotion, dedication, intention, attention. And so this is all about dedication. And when we go deeper with this reversal, what have your efforts stopped serving your evolution here? Where has what you've put your energy and efforts into started working against what you're working towards? Like some of you are not lacking discipline. You have the discipline. You're incredibly disciplined here. The question is, what are you building? What are you building here? What are you actually building? Have you become so focused on building or fixing or improving, proving yourself or perfecting that you have forgotten to ask whether, like, what your soul wants out of this? Like, whether your soul actually wants to build what you have been? Which route does it want to go? Where does it need to pivot and shift? And so it's a spirit reminding you, like, you could be overworking yourself. You could be endlessly preparing yourself. You could be trying to earn your worth, even trying to earn and prove yourself, or staying busy, just staying busy instead of aligned here. Staying busy and just keeping at it, keeping in the rat race, keeping on go, keep doing instead of actually sitting in presence and being in alignment as at that. So you're investing energy here where something has completed. And you're being reminded and guided to be more intentional with your energy because it is so precious. It's so precious. The mastery here is not doing more. The mastery here is knowing exactly where your efforts belong and placing it there, placing your energy actually where it belongs. So stop placing energy where it does not belong, where it has outgrown. Your worth has never been something that you had to earn here, that you had to prove. So redirect your energy towards what expands you. You don't need more discipline. You are disciplined. You've been at work. What you need is deeper discernment. Discerning where you place your energy, how you choose, how you handle these new beginnings, and also with this Eight of Cups reverse, where are you placing your emotional field, your like your soul's desires. And so you got this reversed. And as we see, you know, these are cups. You're by the water. Both of these beings are walking away as well, or looking kind of away. Backs turned a bit, and the reversal. So this is really showing that, you know, these cycles, something in the past, something that remains, is still at play. And so we have the cups, we have water, we even have the moon. It's very like emotional, familiar attachments. And so with this Eight of Cups reversed, there's a lot of like, there may be hesitation or returning. That familiar feeling, going through and finding closure with things, letting go, allowing the soul to step in and evolve and identify and close out who you no longer are. And so typically this is like walking away, right? But reverse, it's like, oh, why haven't you? Or what haven't you walked away from and why just yet? Like, what are you still holding on to or lingering to? What keeps pulling your attention back that isn't right for you? But just because it's familiar or it's comfortable. Are you returning because your soul's calling you back, or are you returning because it's familiar to your nervous system? It's what it recognizes. And sometimes chaos can feel familiar until we create a new norm, until we make different choices. So, again, with the moon, like further bringing in your intuition, emotions, right? Memory, subconscious. So, like old emotional ties coming in. And this is what can you look at honestly and walk away from? And it doesn't even have to be a person. It could be a person here. But this feels more like your whole, like, it feels more attached to identity or like roles or beliefs, conditioning. It feels more associated with you. And so it's like a version of you that once kept you safe that actually can no longer reflect who you're becoming. So, like, who you were in survival, or who you knew yourself had to be, who you had to be, who the world shaped you, your environment, the conditions, what they've shaped you to be, and allowing that version, honoring it, and putting it to rest, the things that don't belong in your future that you're becoming, that you're learning beyond. So choose what is going to allow you to grow and not regress or go backwards, where you don't have to keep repeating and having to relearn these cycles. Because the familiar things are not always aligned, even though it feels really good, you know? That change here genuinely comes through movement. And again, because you have two eights, so it's all about movement and mastery. And so the closure is going to come through you moving and you making a decision here. Because your heart already knows. You already know. Emotionally, you already know. Intuitively, you already know. So stop reopening doors that you've outgrown. Stop going into places that you no longer belong. Because you're just going to delay your process and keep repeating the cycle. Like your heart, your soul already has chosen. You're already destined. It's just your mind and your reality is catching up here. And this is just a beautiful spread, honestly, because you have fire, you have air, you have earth, and you have water. And then we've already pointed out the numerology here, really, which is really dope because you have the 1 and the 10, beginnings, endings, and your double eights, double confirming of your mastery and your movement. So this new beginning and being asked whether you'll continue repeating the past and asking where you're investing your energy. And then also asking where your heart is still invested. Life has already handed you a new chapter. You already got it, babes, in the bag, okay? The only question is, are you going to carry yesterday's habits and ways into tomorrow's opportunities and possibilities? Because you've really manifested what's coming in with this new beginning. You've manifested this new beginning. You've hit the reset button with the universe. Okay, you have hit the reset button with the universe. Because you manifested with these eights, this infinity, this energetic exchange that you have with your highest self, your guides, source, your personal power. And this mastery is not external, it is internal. It's internal here. You're not here to master other people. You're here to master yourself. So you have been inspired here to shift your perspective as the wheel turns. And what will you build? What will you release? This is a beautifully transformative cycle itself. And you're fully supported and guided through this. You have the wisdom within, and you already have the discernment. It just begins with trust and patience. You are being offered here. It's like a hand offering, handed over offering. Because you've created this opportunity for change. You just have to nurture what's being placed in your path, in your hands. Nurture this so this one can take root. You are not standing. You're not standing at the end. This is not an ending by any means. You are standing at the beginning of a new cycle. This beginning of this new cycle asks you to master yourself before you master the circumstances at play. Master yourself, and you will be able to make the right choices for you towards your destiny, and reality itself will align with that. This spark is real. The reality of it shifting is real. And your opportunities are real. The version of you that can receive this new beginning, these opportunities, is already emerging because you work so hard towards your inner self, your inner evolution. The only thing standing between you and that is this familiarity. You're already destined, but you have to choose. You're not being asked to be anything other than what you are. And you have to trust who you're becoming. And trust that life will align with who you're becoming. This is going to be about refusing to return to what you've already known or outgrown. Rather than chasing what's next. Because you're not chasing, you're not forcing. It's being handed to you. And so as the path opens, as it opens up here, the doors open, you're being presented with a moment to pause and ask these questions, to tap in. Ooh, okay. I'm going to do actually, I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to leave it here with just this tarot reading because this really was a whole message on its own. Like, you got a new beginning. You've been working hard and diligently. There's places where you may have been overworking or exerting your energy where it did not need to go, or where that energy no longer needs to go. It's overstayed its purpose. And so, where in your energetic field and in your heart field can you redirect the energy that will best serve this new beginning? That's the message. That's it. Okay, very collective. I will see you in the next one. Please stick around. Feel free to subscribe, comment, let's chat, and continue evolving and trusting in your own path. Okay, sending you love. Toodles.